أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. Today in lecture 307 we will discuss 12 Qur'anic miracles about water cycle as 42nd issue under the Qur'an and Modern Sciences. The list of miracles about hydrocycle or water cycle having been identified from the various verses of the Quran may not be a comprehensive one due to limitations of my knowledge. These amazing facts were revealed by the Quran in the 7th century, whereas science appreciated them just in the recent past when it could find undeniable data confirming their truth with the help of advanced knowledge and technologies in the respective areas. Since the Quranic information was divinely revealed without support of any advanced technology 1500 years ago, and it happened to be precursor for the modern day discoveries, the related facts may be called the Qur'anic miracles. Now we will mention each of these facts briefly. So dear friends, first miracle I would like to share is the Qur'an's revelation that water is not intrinsic matter of the earth, intrinsic. Rather, it was landed on the earth much later of its creation, that too in a measured quantity, in a fixed quantity. The Quran describes this fact in Ayat 18 of Surah Al-Mu'minun, saying, what are the words, what's the translation of this ayat? We have sent down water from the sky in a measured amount and settled it in the earth. Science has witnessed this fact in recent past. Water makes up about 71% of the earth's surface, while the other 29% consists of continents and islands, the land, dry land. 96.5% of this 71% of the earth's water is contained in the seas, oceans and salt water, and only 3.5% is fresh water held in lakes, glaciers and polar ice caps. Of this 3.5%, now keep in mind 96.5% is in the oceans, 3.5% is fresh water in the lakes, glaciers and polar ice caps. Out of this 3.5%, only 0.7%, it means less than 1%, exists as groundwater, rivers, lakes and streams, which can be accessible for drinking or for use. This scarcity of fresh water tells its significance and necessity to preserve its balance. It shouldn't be wasted. Its balance should be kept always for future generations as well. Interestingly, total water that covers 71% of the earth's surface accounts for merely 0.02% of the total earth's mass. If this earth is like this, the water is just on the surface, it is just 0.02% of the earth's total mass. Science believes that the earth was formed dry about 4.6 billion years ago. Originally, when earth was formed, it was without water, it was dry 4.6 billion years ago. Water was brought to the earth at later stage by virtue of icy comets are water-rich meteoroids from the outer reaches of the main asteroid belt colliding with the Earth. When it collided with the Earth, those water resources came to the Earth. Possibility has been shown that the whole 71% was not landed in one go, rather came down in phases, not the whole 71% in one go. So dear friends, second miracle is related to establishment of water cycling system for global distribution of fresh water. Amazing. Water cycling system was a purposeful divine act that remained shrouded in mysteries throughout the history of mankind till the revelation of the Quran. First time it was correctly and exactly revealed in the Quran. So the miraculous information was firstly relieved by the Quran in the 7th century that a system of winds has been designed within the divine order that causes evaporation of water from seas and oceans, formation and fertilization of clouds, for breeding of hailstorms and raindrops, and their movement from place to place, making them fall, ensuring circulation of fresh water on the global scale in a perfectly disciplined manner without any wastage of earthly water stocks, because water is in a measured quantity, no wastage. The said sequence of events under water cycle revealed by the Quran could be known by science in the recent past, very recently. Thus, the science witnesses the divinity of Quran as revealed in ayat 48 to 50 of Surah Al-Furqan shown on the screen. Please have a look. Dear friends, third miracle is regarding the hydrocycle established to lift the water in a measured quantity, as we mentioned earlier, in a measured quantity up to the atmosphere and pour it down in matching quantity, circulating it to every corner of the earth without disturbing its original balance. What a beauty! This is divine order. The Quran mentions circulation of such constantly measured quantity by saying, these are words of the Quran. Listen, who sends down rain from the sky in measured amounts, in ayat 11 of Surah Az-Zukhruf. By revealing the said constancy, the Quran thus highlights its significance in sustaining the ecological balance and life on the earth. If ecological balance is disturbed, the measured quantity of the water will be reduced. Science has now witnessed, recently, this fact on the basis of several discoveries made in the areas of astrophysics, hydrology, and oceanology. In view of scientific findings, the amount of water that evaporates from the earth equals the amount that falls back in the form of rain and hailstorm. Approximately 16 million tons of water per minute or 513 trillion tons per annum evaporates from the earth, and the same amount of rain falls on the earth during a specified time frame, keeping the measured quantity in balance. Balance is not disturbed. This is grace of my God. So, dear friends, fourth miracle is also revealed in Ayat 18 of Surah Al-Mu'minun in the words, listen, translation. And we have sent down water from the sky in a measured amount and settled it in the earth, and indeed we are able to take it away. The words, we are able to take it away, foretold, told in advance in the 7th century the chemistry of water that science could find in recent past. Its scientific formula H2O tells that water may lose its existence if splitted into two gases, as it happens in the processes of photodissociation in the atmosphere and photosynthesis of plants' life on the earth. There may be some other means, but science up till now knows only two, reasons of splitting of water. It may happen artificially under special conditions too. It may sink down the earth or erupt into flames if temperature of the earth explodes beyond a limit. These scientific discoveries in fact witness the Quranic verses shown on the screen. Have a look. So, dear friends, fifth miracle may be preferred with respect to the nature of rainwater that the Quran has revealed in its ayat 48 of Surah Al-Furqan. The water evaporates from the seas and oceans, is salty and impure, bitter, but when it falls as rainwater, it is always pure and sweet. Note the words of the ayat, وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً طَهُورًا, which means, and we send down from the sky pure water. What is pure water? That we will see now. Pure water is of pH 7. What is pH? pH is power of hydrogen in the water. Pure water is of pH 7 value, which is considered perfectly neutral. Water having pH value less than 7 is acidic, and that having pH value more than 7 is alkaline. Thus, pure water having pH 7 is neither acidic nor alkaline, it is neutral. Human body, man's body, comprises of about 70% water, and neutral pH of human body is 7.4. Just imagine. The neutral water is having pH 7 and human body pH value is 7.4. What a geometry and what's the mathematical formula divine order has shown to us. It is amazing to know how perfectly the divine power has taken care of the most essential human need by matching the pH of pure water and natural pH of human body. Isn't it miraculous? Sure. A healthy body needs to maintain this balance for its best performance. Thus, it keeps on working to restore this balance in case of any abnormal acidic or alkaline intake. Since the Creator was knower of the chemistry of animal and human body, Allah managed to circulate throughout the earth pure and fresh water having the ingredients conducive to the life to sustain. Now imagine, these facts were revealed in the 7th century when the related information was impossible for a human to know. Thus it witnesses divinity of the Quran without a speck of doubt. Isn't? Sure. So, dear friends, sixth miracle may be mentioned with reference to the centrality of winds, central role of the winds, centrality of winds in the formation of rain clouds and fertilizing them to cause a rain to fall towards the earth. As we discussed in lecture 303, the Quran has revealed that thickening of clouds are their darkness, thundering, lightning, hailstorm and rainfall all are closely connected with the movement of winds. It also revealed the role of winds in pairing or interaction of positive and negative charges that cause lightning and thundering, leading to hailstorm and rainfall. Such facts were unknown to man when the Quran was revealed. However, these could be made known by scientific discoveries in the recent past. It manifests divinity of the miraculous information revealed in ayat 19 of Surah Baqarah, ayat 22 of Surah Al-Hijr and ayat 43 of Surah An-Nur displayed on the screen. Please have a look. So, dear friends, seventh miracle. Seventh miracle may be described with respect to various phases of hydrological cycling which were revealed by the Quran in the 7th century. Now, science has witnessed these phases by the discoveries made recently. Firstly, air bubbles. Air bubbles formed by foaming of the oceans persistently burst into tiny water particles which are then blown away by the winds upward in the atmosphere. These salt-rich particles called aerosols function as water traps and form cloud drops by collecting around the water vapor in the atmosphere. At second stage, clouds are formed from water vapors that condense around the salt crystals or dust particles in the air. Since the water droplets in these clouds are very small, varying from 0.01 to 0.02 millimeter diameter, its diameter is so, very, very tiny. The clouds remain suspended in the air, held up in the air, and when stirred up by winds, they spread across the sky. In the third stage, small clouds driven along by the winds join together to form larger clouds. Updraft are vertical drafts. What are the updrafts? These are uplifting air currents. The current of air lifting the clouds upwards. Increase within the larger clouds, bigger clouds. The updrafts near the center of clouds are stronger than those at the edges, at the periphery. Thus, the updrafts cause the cloud body to grow vertically, stacked up or thicken, and they appear darkened because of multiple layers. Moreover, the vertical growth of the clouds stretch them into cooler regions, higher regions, cooler regions that causes formation of drops of water and hails, and they grow larger and heavier. When these drops of water and hails become too heavy for the updrafts to hold them, they begin falling from the clouds as rain and hails. These are exactly the facts described in ayat 19 of Surah Baqarah, ayat 43 of Surah An-Nur, and ayat 48 of Surah Ar-Rum shown on the screen. So, my dear friends, with this we conclude lecture number 307. Remaining miracles in this area will be discussed in the next lecture. Please subscribe Idea Foundation YouTube channel to watch videos of previous lectures and join us for the noble cause. Thank you friends for participation. Allah Hafiz.